This has got to be burning up the cops, man. The Hells Angels went to a small little town, and the residents are saying, hey, nothing has happened. We're going to be talking about the Pagans as well. Here, let's go into this first story right here. Hells Angels spotted at Lake Ozark. Locals describe it as a quiet visit. They're professional, I'm telling you right there, man. No problems, no nothing. And it peeves the cops that nothing happened. I guess their budget's gonna have to freaking wait. Let's take a listen to this one.
And members of Hell's Angels have been spotted around Lake of the Ozarks this week. However, by Saturday night, many of the riders already appear to have moved on. Phil Rodriguez spent the day looking for them and talking to people who actually crossed paths with them.
Came to Lake Ozark today looking for the Hells Angels that have gathered here all week. But by Saturday night, it appeared that most of them had already moved on.
But one place they left a trail was the Rockwood Resort Motel on the Strip. Owner Tom Stevens says 10 or 12 rooms were filled with riders earlier in the week, with several still staying there Saturday.
Good experience with them. You know, I've never had any issues with anybody on bikes or anything like that.
Around the Strip, we also spoke off camera with a longtime local rider and staff at Alley Cats. They told us, just like Tom, that members had mostly kept to themselves and, in their experience, had not caused trouble.
Sometimes unjustified. I've never had an issue with any of them here or any other walks of life.
The local rider told us the Angels generally keep a low profile on the Strip outside of Bike Fest. Stevens says September is a different story when the Strip fills with motorcycles. We followed one last lead to Lake Ozark Speedway, where we were told some riders might still be. By the time we arrived, the lot was empty, almost like they were never there.
Just regular, you wouldn't know the difference. If they didn't have Harley sitting there, you wouldn't know the difference of them.
We never did find a Hells Angel to talk to, but the business owners and riders we found who actually crossed paths with them described a visit far quieter than the reputation might suggest. In Lake Ozark, Phil Rodriguez, KY3 News.
They were chasing them all over the place. That is wild, man. That is completely freaking wild. Oh, man, these small little towns and the cops, wishing they lived up to that reputation. Boy, did they get a letdown. We're going to go into this pagan story right after this, baby.
Full throttle, no mercy, out of our minds. Burning rubber, burning time, burning alive, leave it all behind.
All right, man, you guys ready for some pagan stuff? Let me get to the deal right here, man. Falling behind this morning, man. It is like 4 o'clock in the morning now that I'm recording this stuff. But let's get into this one right here. Pagan Motorcycle Club member arrested during Florida Keys traffic stop. Now, you think you learn after maybe once or twice that you don't want to be driving on a suspended license. 39-year-old Big Cop Pit Key man, identified as a member of the Pagans Motorcycle Club, was arrested following a traffic stop in the Keys. Now, the Pagans have been down in the Florida Keys for a while now. Monroe County deputies stopped Aaron Slater at approximately 8:56 p.m. near mile marker 90 while he was riding his motorcycle. Slater was taken into custody for driving with a suspended license. Now, according to authorities, he has received multiple prior citations for the same offense. You might want to again learn after the first or second time you won't want to do this until you take care of that business, because all they're going to be doing now is watching for your plate and watching for you and taking you to jail. With his license most recently suspended due to unpaid traffic fines. They transported him to jail following the arrest. And yeah, that right there is interesting, man. Like I said, man, a lot of people really do not learn, do they? Let's get on to some good stuff here. And check this out, man. We always doing bad stuff. Let's check out some good stuff. Now, when I said good stuff, I actually really meant funny stuff, man. This article right here, man, I can do a whole video on how dumb it is. It's just about as dumb as these protocol channels, man. I actually, if you go into the community tab over on YouTube, I kind of put some of my thoughts out there. Maybe instead of trying to pull this protocol stuff out your ass, you might want to teach them street smarts if you have them, which many on here do not on YouTube. Anyway, this is funny as all kinds of hell here. This came out of the Cowboy State Daily. It's pretty funny. They got a newspaper, Cowboy State Daily. How to avoid getting your ass kicked at the annual motorcycle rally in Sturgis. Let's see here. Oh, Colby Fedor. I guess she looks like a chick, but you never know these days. So anyway, uh, every August, the highways through South Dakota begin to thunder as hordes of bikers pour into the Black Hills. What began in the 1938 with the Jet Pine Gypsies, I bet you didn't know that, has grown into one of the most famous motorcycle gatherings in the world. Uh, some have made the trips for decades. We all know that. Greg Griswold remembers the first time he approached Sturgis from Gillette on Interstate 90. Holy shit, we're going to Sturgis. I guess he drives a truck in an oil field. His wife works as an assistant manager at an apartment complex. Talks about being the all American family. Now, here we go. I was talking about protocol channels and stuff and how they pull stuff out their ass. Well, looks like this news is doing it too. Amid all the freedom are a few unwritten rules. One false move can get you punched in the face or worse, a full out ass kicking. See, they're trying to freaking, their coverage towards freaking bikers. Anyway, 27 or 20 something year old Mason from Sheridan, who goes by Grout, is heading to Sturgis for the first week or the first time on the 86th annual rally. Newly single, aka Sean Severs, said he especially looking forward to the party. He said this while packing up his tent for the ground. For Grout, the draw is the vibe, meeting people, seeing new places, being surrounded by thousands of people who love his deal for Chrome. Man, how freaking generic this sounds. Anyway, then there's the Sage. Oh my God, this is getting stupid. Anyway, here's rule number one. And some of these are like, okay, everybody knows this. It's not like unwritten rules. Number one, hands off. A motorcycle is not a park bench. Don't sit on one. Don't lean against one. Don't climb aboard for a photograph. Pretty Bobby's advice is concise. You want to touch a motorcycle? Get your own. Okay, generic. Now, rule number two, don't play biker. Boy, do we have a lot of them in the comment section a lot of times. A lot of people don't understand. And just by the way you talk or the way you write, most of us can tell if you ride a bike or not. Anyway, Sturgis is not a place to cosplay as an outlaw biker. Griswold says an easy way to attract the wrong kind of attention is to show up wearing a motorcycle club insignia you haven't heard. It goes into saying, yeah, it's a cut, blah, blah, blah. A good way to get your ass kicked is to show up with a cut that is flashing the wrong bottom rocker. Griswold said about the arch patches. You got the one guy, he's talking about, oh, you cannot wear this in Texas or Chicago. Oh my God. Anyway, an experienced club member may recognize that an outsider simply doesn't know better, but don't bet on it. Now, rule number three, know when to shut up. This is basically all being a man. And it's just, me. A lot of people need a guidebook now. Number 4, leave the old lady alone. Trust me, the age demographic now at Sturgis, yeah, not what I hear is good. And watch the roads. Number 5, have a good time. Basically, what I can say to Colby is, dude, this has to be one from that Slash crap magazine who thinks they know. Let's check a look and see if it's Colby here. See, ooh, I better not say nothing, man. Woo. Born and raised, she has deep roots in the community and covers a strong connection to the region. Does she have a freaking Adam's apple before I say this? Oh, man, she is nice looking, man. Hey, Colby, man, you to make up all the stuff you want, man. You still look freaking hot. I just got to make sure that, they don't have one of them Adam's apples. Anyway, don't forget to go into our community section on YouTube, man. We post over there, have some fun, comment section, banner back and forth. And then, of course, Insane Throttle music, man. Get your playlist, man. It's August. It's coming up soon on freaking fall. Rock on.
Insane Throttle, your official Google News source for everything biker. Thanks for riding with us. Smash that subscribe button, check out InsaneThrottleNews.com for the latest updates, and join the insanity today.
Insane Throttle Outlaw Rock, featuring Insane Throttle and Defiant Afterlife. Get your playlist full of pure rock and metal. Spotify, YouTube. Subscribe and crank it up.
Now I'm back in the fight.